Hello? 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 Can you hear me? I am going to check now if you can hear me. I am going to check now. Splendid. Good, good. Okay, I think I'm ready. I closed down my browser there. That might have been a mistake, but I shouldn't really need it. Hello, Landlord John. How's it going? You're probably sick of seeing this game, aren't you? I'm glad you're doing okay. I'm surprised by how lacking the options are in this game. When you go in the options, this is PC version, obviously. Um, it's not much. Full screen, vertical sync, resolution, textures, models, which only go up the they only go up the high. There's no very high. Light shafts, anti-aliasing, and rat shadows. That's it. Pretty like meager, really. Yeah. So I have played this game before ages ago. I played it on the Xbox 360, but I never finished it. And I honestly don't remember that much about it apart from seeing the bits and pieces of Fred playing it, but I honestly don't really remember it at all. But I do remember enjoying it, but I remember hitting a brick wall where I kind of lost interest, but yeah. New game. A casual experience for new players. Are you joking? I mean, I'll probably just go for normal, because that sounds like the default experience. Let me know, John, if you can, like, about the like video or like yeah, like the overall like quality of the stream and like the audio and all that kind of guff, if you can. That would be good. You have just returned returned from a journey of several months, visiting the other nations in the Empire to ask for aid, and in dealing with the rat plague, you must deliver their diplomatic response to the Empress, whom you serve as Lord Protector.
Corvo, if only there was someone else I trusted to send, so that you could remain near. But there is no one else, and the Spy Master was right to insist that I send you. The plague has taken so many, and we must find a cure. When you are near, my heart is at peace. Emily and I will count the days until you return. Hurry home, and bring good news.
Wren Haven River.
Steady hand. That's it. Watch it. Cast off line. Casting off. We're away. Take us straight to Dunwall Tower. Lord Corvo has news for the Empress, and we've come a long way.
A long way to bring bad news. The sailors say there's a curse on us. Black magic.
Superstition. For all we know, there's a cure for the plague by now.
Maybe. We live in strange times. Sending the Empress's bodyguard away for a couple of months. That's unusual.
Well, this was important. We need help with the rat plague. Ho there! We're going up.
Seal, ready.
Turning on the pipes. And she's rising. Home at last.
Steady pressure. And stop. Shut her down.
The Empress will be waiting for your news, Corvo.
Fair voyage, sir.
This character's busy.
Quiet up.
No, he's not.
The Empress will be in the pavilion when you're ready. Corvo, she's waiting. You should go see the Empress.
It's been good traveling with you, Corvo.
Thanks.
Have you ever met my niece Callista? She's getting more beautiful every year.
You know what to do next time? There he is. Good voyage, sir.
Welcome back, Lord Protector.
Thank you.
It's an honor to see you. You were lucky to get away for a bit. The plague is only getting worse here.
He's stuck on the boat. That's what he gets for being a jerk to me earlier.
Fewer ships moving along the river now, with the plague and all.
I could just jump it down there, but I would probably die, I'm guessing.
Hello, sir. The spy master is with her, but she'll want to see you right away. I know she's been worried, Lord Protector. She's in the pavilion, sir. She'll be glad to see that you're back.
Nice hat.
Her Majesty is waiting in the pavilion. I hope it's good news, sir. Things are getting bad.
Every character is very busy.
Corvo, you're back! Will you tell me about your trip, please? Were there any whales? Wait! Let's play hide and seek first. I'll cover my eyes and you hide. You have time? Mother's busy talking to that nasty old spy master.
Thank you, Landlord John. Yeah, I changed one of the settings, so I was just wondering. But yeah, it seems to be holding up okay, at least on my end, so that's good.
Okay, here we go.
The Lord Spy Master is with her, but she said to show you right in.
When you were gone, Mother seemed very sad. I think she missed you. Let's see if you're still good at this. I'll hide my eyes and count, and at the end of the countdown, I'll try and find you.
Hide your
Okay,
eyes?
I'm going to count to 10.
That-
Find a place to hide.
Who says that? I'm gonna hide my eyes. Press C to enter stealth mode, then stay and cover the break line of sight with enemies and avoid detection while sneaking. Your footsteps are muffled. So I played a little bit of this last night to make sure that it all worked. And initially I was like, ugh.
2,
C for crouching, that kind of sucks.
5,
I'm more of a
6,
left control the crouch kind of person.
8, 9,
But I realized later on why they have it like that, so I'm just gonna stick with it and see if I can get used. By pressing Q or E, you can lean around corners, allowing you to look ahead without being seen.
Okay, well, somewhere else then. What about here? Okay, you win. We should go now, so Mother can see you too. Ugh. Following me, Corvo?
I won.
Let's go! Come on!
The graphics have aged more than I thought they would have. Like the textures, like this is on high and it's still quite blurry looking. It definitely looks like an Xbox 360 game, you know.
Campbell. And you, Corvo, welcome back. From wherever you've been. They sent him all around the Isles to beg for aid. A waste of time. My elixir will banish the plague from this city. Now keep still a moment, High Overseer Campbell.
I'm not so sure that painting looks like Campbell.
It's pretty good.
You saw my improvements to the waterlock. I'm sure the Empress is eager to see you. Eh, Corvo?
I mean, this character actually is busy. This is the first time that message has actually made sense.
It was a fool's errand, Corvo. The plague comes from inside us. We must all strengthen our faith.
High
But-
Overseer, I must ask you to hold your pose.
No foreigner can save us from the consequences of our corrupt society. No fancy elixirs either. Remember, to every man his choice, to every man his fate. Say what you will, this plague has brought the faithful to our doors. Say what you will, this plague has brought the faithful to our doors.
What happens if I drink?
What are you doing? I need the bottle to draw the eye away from Campbell. I suppose I can paint him without the cider, though in truth he is always close to the stuff.
I thought they would tell me off a bit more for that, but no, it's fine.
She'll see you at once.
I'll be happy you're back with the watch. I'm no diplomat.
Hello, my lord.
My lord.
They're sick people, not criminals.
We've gone beyond that question, Your Majesty.
They're my citizens, and we will save them from the plague if we can. All of them.
Very well.
We will not speak of this again.
Mother, Corvo is back.
Thank you, Emily. Leave us, please.
As you wish, Your Majesty. Corvo. 2 days early. Full of surprises, as usual.
What's that supposed to mean?
Lord Protector, I know the Empress will be delighted to have you back. One shouldn't keep Her Majesty waiting.
After what happened last night? Never doubt it.
Mother's going to be happy.
It's a
She
fair
missed
wind
you.
that brings you home to me. What news have you brought? I hoped that one of the other cities had dealt with this before, knew of some cure. This news is very bad. We're at the breaking point. Cowards. They're going to blockade us. They'll wait to see if the plague turns the city into a graveyard.
Are you okay, Mother? You seem sad.
Yes, don't worry, darling. Mother is fine. Wait, where are the guards? Who sent them away?
Mother, look! What are they doing on the rooftop?
What? Emily, come here!
Press left click to attack with your right hand, and right click to attack with your left hand. It's kind of like backwards, isn't it? Press and hold control to block incoming sword attacks. Perfect timing will put the enemies off balance and up for a lethal counterattack.
Emily, get behind me!
Like that, I guess.
Look out! Another one! Corvo, thank you. If you hadn't been here... No more! Not again!
Mommy!
No! Get away from her! Corvo!
Oh no. Pretty brutal.
Corvo, it's all coming apart. Find Emily. Protect her. You're the only one. You'll know what to do. Won't you? Corvo.
Lord us all, look at what he's done.
Yes, he's killed the Empress. What did you do with young Lady Emily, traitor?
Her own bodyguard. Ironic.
I'll see you beheaded for this, Corvo. Take him.
And that's the end of the game. It's not a good situation now, is it? 6 months have passed since you were accused by the royal spy master of murdering the Empress and conspiring to abduct her daughter Emily, the royal heir. Now, locked away in Coleridge Prison, the time of your execution draws near. Thank you.
This is your final chance, Corvo. Sign the confession, and let me give you the rights to put your spirit at ease.
There.
That's enough for now. Get out. Let's give the man some time to think. Corvo, the Empress is dead. Her daughter Emily is hidden away, and no one will ever know the truth.
Yes, unlucky you. Tomorrow you'll be executed, but it's for a good cause. This country needs strong leadership now, someone to guide the weak, and that's where we come in.
There was nothing personal in this, even though you almost sank our plans. But it turned out well. You were in the wrong place at the right time, and someone has to take the fall.
Devious.
Goodbye, Corvo. Guards! Take him back to his cell.
I always dislike it when a game has like a skipped prompt the entire time during a cutscene in the corner. It always makes me think they want you to skip it, you know? A friend? Hello, Illuminati. Look at the interaction here. There's a bit of bread there. A message, Corvo. Who we are is irrelevant right now, just know that we have faith in you. Here's your key to your cell. Once you're out, head for the prison's interrogation room. Take the explosive there and plant it on the outer door. When the bomb goes off, run. Make for the river and lose yourself in the sewers. You'll find some useful gear stashed there. One of the prison guards will leave a weapon just outside of your cell. And good luck, we need you alive and well for what's to come. A friend. Lovely.
Seen anybody with signs of sickness? I don't need shit from you.
I might turn the FOV up more. What's 100 like? Yeah, we'll try that.
So many people are coming to the execution tomorrow. It's on account.
With a sword in hand, assassinate an unaware enemy by pressing the left click or approach an unaware enemy from behind and hold left control to perform a non-lethal takedown. Using stealth and the non-lethal approach has benefits. Fewer rats and weepers, some people react favourably and the final outcome is not as dark. But fewer rats sounds like a bad thing, if you ask me.
Killed the Empress and abducted her daughter, Emily. So it's an occasion. Right. A social event for the high and mighty. Come see the noble Lord Protector get his head chopped off. You're as bad as us betting on the dogfights.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance. with 1 week's notice.
Almost perfect.
Hey, tired yet? Shut up.
Guy on the right has pretty bad vision. Tunnel vision.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
It's just ridiculous. Stupid rats. Plague.
Oh. Good enough, I suppose.
There ain't no way I'd steal from the Boyle family. I just worked on their roof.
I don't belong here. I never did nothing. She lied.
Limits to maintenance crews. Unless
Character is busy
accompanied by an
in
officer of the
jail
law.
doing nothing.
Escort through the
You're out.
solitary wing
Good
must
for
be
you.
scheduled in advance
Cut some throats.
with 1 week's notice.
Burn this place to the ground. Tell Slackjaw I'm in here. He's gotta get me out.
Just having a good old look around. Kind of what this sort of game's all about. Having a good old look around. See if you can find bits of, I don't know. Find some money and some other guff along the way. Press R to drink a health potion. It is a good game, Illuminati for sure. Like even the actual game is good as well, not just the dueling part. I probably shouldn't eat those because I'm got full health, so it's a bit of a waste. I think you loot them automatically if you strangle them. The rat graphics are okay, they're not that great. A little bit disappointing considering rats are such a major element of this game.
Solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
Alt. Authorized personnel only. For 6 nights only. The amphitheater White Star. Thought it was a Z for some reason. No, it's clearly an E. It says white. You silly fool, Vodster.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
I like throwing the bodies, that's quite fun.
Attention, the solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Collecting mad money here. Duty officers report Corvo's interrogation. Corvo Atano, formerly the Royal Protector, will be brought in for interrogation. This is of utmost importance. Lord Regent and High Overseer Campbell will conduct the questioning themselves, follow their orders without hesitation, and keep the torturer under control. If Corvo dies in his hands, instead of getting the public execution the Lord Regent wants, it'll be your head if it rolls next.
Corvo's unconscious again, though he's taken more punishment than the 2 men we brought in for interrogation. When he wakes, we'll start again. Having him sign the confession for her murder isn't critical, but it might be useful to us later. The assassination of an empress is not a trivial matter. Corvo's
Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Ackworth, you lazy slug. Did you patrol the yard?
Sorry, not yet. I was gonna report that boiler leak from yesterday.
Forget it. Just do your rounds. A report's trouble for both of us.
I'm moving.
I don't think this game really uses light as like a thing. You know, you can't really hide in the shadows. Which is a shame, I think. That's unfortunate. Save your game often, I should do that. That's a good tip from the game.
The watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Ackworth, you lazy slug. Did you patrol the yard?
Sorry, not yet. I was gonna report that boiler leak from yesterday.
Forget it. Just do your rounds. A report's trouble for both of us.
I'm moving.
I mean, I don't really need to take this guy out, this next guy, but I think he has some sort of loot on his person.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
That should be fine.
Corvo's execution is tomorrow, right?
Yeah, but everything has to be set up today.
I can't wait to see his head. Not everyone
Attention.
did,
The
but I
solitary
really like
wing
the
is
others.
off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary
Tired
wing
yet?
must
I don't
be
need shit
scheduled
from
in
you.
advance, with 1 week's notice.
I don't know how he doesn't see me. Blind as a bat. I can't crawl on the ground, unfortunately.
Huh? Watch out! Corvo's execution is tomorrow.
I'm glad I'm playing on PC. The ability to quick load like that is amazing. It would take a lot longer on the Xbox 360, I'd imagine.
Wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Uh-huh. MF Doom. Slick Rick. Did they count?
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Is Roots Maneuver on that list?
execution is tomorrow, right?
Yeah, but everything has to be set up today.
I can't wait to see his head. Not everyone
Attention.
did.
The
I
solitary
really like
wing
the
is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Brilliant. Yeah, it's just not for me. I'll leave it to the Mr. 101 UKs of the world, you know.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Well, you can actually crawl into little crevices like that. Good to know. I'm actually gonna move these bodies. Wait, there's only one? Did the other one disappear? Huh. I thought this game was supposed to be a immersive simulation. Yeah, I don't know who they are. Illuminati. Okay, good to know, John. It's kind of weird.
Huh? What the? Someone help me out!
Ah, balls. Oh, your favorite chameleonaire? Luckily, that guy did not see me. Still doesn't see me. Fred's a very, very intelligent person. Trash bin. Just where I belong. Loud noise. Fast. They're not very good shots, are they? Let's go to the stairs.
Use some kind of explosive to blast his way out. That doesn't happen
You think he had help? Who knows?
Corvo, if you're reading this, it means our plan worked, and you've broken free from Coldridge. One of our contacts has hidden weapons for you somewhere deeper in the sewers. Grab the gear and find Samuel where these tunnels dump out into the river. He will bring you to us, a friend who will meet you soon. I can't wait to meet my friend.
Watch for booby traps. Could be some down here by the look of it.
Good. If we're lucky, one of them will get Corvo.
You're afraid of him? He's Sir Conan. It's all merchants and whores down there.
Kids like you never saw what he was like. I saw him fight 3 to 1 in the practice yard. He's a whirlwind.
The rat is like clipping through the wall.
I hope it is too.
Locked. I wonder how many people gave up at that point. They couldn't open the door and that was it. Stuck forever. I can see why Fred took a liking to this game. Quite a good lung capacity that Corvo's got here. Damien's journal. Amanda and I only had enough coin to buy half the elixir we needed. Even that's all gone now, and there's nothing to do but wait. We're very sick and there's no place above to hide from the city watch. We're breaking into houses all over the district, so we'll stay here for the last hours together. Our fire will keep the rats away, but they'll inherit this city. Damien. I also think it's a bit of a shame that you don't see yourself when you look down. I know most first-person games are like that, but for a game like this, I think it would be good to have that, you know? That sense of, like, being, you know, a physical entity in the world. Similarly, I wish, like, you cast a shadow onto the environments, you know? Uh-oh.
Supposed to load the bodies in the carts headed to the flooded district?
Yeah, but screw that. That's too far. I don't want to catch the plague, do you?
No. But doesn't the elixir prevent it?
Maybe. Either way, let's just dump them down there. Let the rats eat them.
Reminds me of a bit in Half-Life Blue Shift where the soldiers are dumping bodies down the drain. But look at that texture, it looks shit. Like I just thinking like one, but where is it? Maybe it's not here because I'm like in the game, but I'm pretty sure it's on high, you know? Like, what's this Nintendo 64 texture doing here? Ugh.
Attention Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair Empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state custody. Any evidence as to his whereabouts must be delivered to the City Watch at once.
A rat skewer. No one will keep us from death. You cannot kill the rat plague. I don't know. Oh, right. I'm gonna say, what's the copper wire for? But that just converts into money, apparently. Oh. Well. You live and learn. I could go back down and eat the rat. Here. Are these chain graphics better than the chain graphics in Call of Juarez Gunslinger? I'm gonna say probably not. They're probably about on the same level. Yeah, I agree. To the Lord Protector, greetings Corvo, or should I say Lord Protector, as you were known before the title was wrongfully taken from you. We are servants of the Empire and of the true Empress, a group of loyalists who want very much to meet you. Take these weapons crafted for you of the finest materials in the Isles, and meet with our man Samuel, near where these tunnels spill into the Benhaven River. All haste and luck, we share a common purpose. Ooh. Press and hold middle mouse to open the quick access wheel, select the gadget or power you want to equip in your left hand, and release middle mouse to confirm. Assign a hotkey to a weapon or power by selecting that item in the quick access wheel and pressing any shortcut key. There are 10 shortcut keys, you can refigure the bindings and the options. So... okay. it will take me a little while to like memorize what these mean visually, because they're those two are kind of similar. The sleep dart and the regular crossbow bolt. Oh, you can slide while sprinting. That's what they want you to do here. I think my idea has some merit, no? Yeah, that works too. Jelly. In case you're too daft to remember, look to your whiskey for the answer. Whiskey? Got it? If you want your share, you'll sort it out. If not, I'll come back for it next month. Combination requires. Who on earth is Jelly? Checking to see if there's anything nice in the water. Probably not. Probably, you know, feces and urine. But, you know, you never know.
He won't get past me, sir. Do you know who we're hunting here? Don't try to take him out alone.
But what if no one from the squad is around?
Then try to make a lot of noise when you die. Knock something over if you can.
Bastard.
Bastard.
Smells like a dead weeper in here.
Toilet gravy, exactly. Some good old-fashioned animal mud. I don't know how you're supposed to get back up there, though.
I'm gonna die sometimes in the dark.
You know, for the safe combination? Oh, like that, I guess. I'm gonna make a save here. Like a hard save. I'm not sure what the fall damage is like, but I'm not going to take any chances.
Wonder how deep it.
Drop on an enemy from above and press left click just before landing on him to perform a drop assassination. You won't take any damage from the fall. But I don't want to do that because I'm trying to stay non-lethal. So I won't be doing that. It's a shame that you can't drop on them and just knock them out, you know? Get him away from the fire in case that kills him. I know that's a thing in Thief, actually. You can put the unconscious bodies like into a fireplace and that actually does kill them.
Hey,
I heard you got eaten alive at card.
I would imagine that putting him in the water is also a bad idea, because he'll drown. No dumping allowed.
Ha! You little bastard. Something weird going on. Help!
Oops. Thought he was looking away for some reason, and I was obviously wrong.
I can't see the bottom.
Oh, he was about to urinate. The game really wants me to do some murdering here, but I'm not a murderer. I'm a nice guy. The water still looks pretty nice. It's been a while since I've streamed a game like this.
Hey.
Goodness sake. I'm trying not to like. I don't want to like quick save all the time, but I should probably quick save a little bit more often. But yeah, it's been a while since I've streamed something like this, something a little bit sneaky.
How deep it is. I can't see the bottom.
Thief Deadly Shadows was probably the last time, right? And that was ages ago. That was like a year and a half ago at this point. Maybe not quite. Yeah, well, yeah, no, about that long, yeah. Time flies, huh? There is one more Thief game that I need to stream someday.
chance you'll share your food with me tonight? Blow off.
Which one? If you remember. The first two are amazing. I'll probably stream them again at some point, but on expert difficulty. Yeah, the first game is one of my favorite games of all time. This actually lines up really nicely for me. What? No. Are we good? Okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'll definitely, at some point I would love to stream the first two again at some point. There are definitely games that deserve like a good like remaster treatment, like a good re-release. Because to get them to work properly these days, you need to use a fan patch, which is fine. But yeah, be nice for those two games to get the treatment that they deserve. And I will probably stream the fourth Thief game at some point, even though it's not that great. But then again, I actually don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. But I haven't played it in years, so... maybe it is, crap. Some good old copper wire. That's fun to do, isn't it?
Attention Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair Empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state custody. Any evidence as to his whereabouts must be delivered to the City Watch at once.
I definitely get like a strong Half-Life 2 vibe from this game as well, which I think is no coincidence because from memory I can't remember who the person's called, but I think like the same like art director I think worked on both of them, and you can tell someone involved with the art direction anyway was involved with both games, and yeah, it definitely reminds me of a lot of like City 17.
Over here. Quickly, I'm a friend. I'm Samuel, and I work for some good people who want very much to meet you. They said you'd come out here. I could still hardly believe it. I'll take you to meet them. Just down the river from here.
Alright, old man, let's go. Well, wait for a moment.
Look around if you need.
Yeah, I just want to have a wee look around here. Is that alright?
Just don't take too long.
Oh, there's fish in the water. Or maybe it's the coldness that's taking my health down. I think that's what it is. Okay.
Get in. We've got a hot meal and a warm bed waiting for you.
Yeah, I know what you mean, John. It goes both ways for me. I actually like playing or watching people play games that I've never played, and I like watching games that I've played millions of times, especially if they're new, because I always enjoy seeing someone like experience something for the first time, because I'll never be able to experience it for the first time, if you know what I mean. Oh, there was a unconscious body, dead body, or a conscious body found. That's bullshit. I'm sad about that. It could be that bit towards the end, you know, the bit where I threw the body on the ground and it made the guy go, huh? It might have been that. I might load to see if it is that. Because that wasn't that long ago. And we can get past that pretty quickly. I'm just curious, it might not be.
I can't see the bottom. Hey, what was that? I know I heard something.
Running is quite loud, it seems. Which makes sense, it should be.
I know you're here. I'll find you. Nasty furry Bill. Damn it. What? Take that.
Yeah. No. I'm impressed that you stay quiet while falling though.
Huh? What the f—
Yeah, I deserve that. I'm rushing too much now.
Ha! You little bastard.
Need to go up high again, I think. Yeah, who knows? I might still get a body detected thing anyway. But I honestly have no idea where that was.
Attention Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair Empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state...
Corvo, over here. I'm Samuel. I work for some good
I can't
people
skip
who want very
this.
much to meet you. They said you'd come out here. I can still hardly believe it. I'll take you to meet them. Just down the river from here.
No, I don't know. Sad about that. Hold on. Thank you.
This is the Hound Pit's pub. Closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing. Of course, if anyone finds out what we're up to, the Watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart. Take you up to meet Admiral Havelock and the rest of the Loyalists. The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can. I expect they're hard at work in there. Best join them. They'll help you get whoever really killed the Empress.
I wonder if there's anything knocking around here.
Starting at last, Admiral. We found our man. Even after 6 months in Coldbridge prison,
Some Wonga.
Attention all citizens. Curfew extends from sundown to sunrise unless you are otherwise authorized. Violators will be subject to interrogation and detained when necessary. Remember, the boldest measures are the safest.
I hope you don't mind if I ate that pear. Excerpt from a series of Overseer invocations by High Seer Abram Templeton. And I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together, we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from their herd for the foggy grey waste of the outsider. We will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions, so that others will not lose their way. And to those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes, in far places, we will strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbours, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt. Litany on the White Cliff.
My, you must be Corvo. I am Lydia, at your service. Your room is upstairs and ready. When they told me who it was, well, I thought you'd be older, like the Admiral. I'm sorry it's so dark. We can't risk being seen. It is a bit romantic, though, isn't it?
Blimey. I cannot take this
I
massive
used
key.
to be the hostess here. Oh, I could tell you stories about that, believe me. You can call on
Citizens
Cecilia
of
for the
Dunwall.
more menial tasks.
The Old Port
It's
District
what
has been
she's
added
suited
to
for.
the evacuation list.
I'm not going to read this. And no, I'm not singing this. I'm not singing she shanties. It's just not happening.
For the month of siege has increased. The Lord Regent has decreed that plague ordinances will remain in effect through the month of rain. Stay alert and stay loyal.
I mean, here's a novel for you. A Gaffer's Tale, Volume 1, excerpt from the travel journal of a young whaler. A Gaffer's Tale, Volume 1, or A Gaffer's Early Adventures. My sister Nina and I left Tivia together, saying goodbye to our aunt, or aunt, whatever, the woman who had raised us since childhood. Leaving behind our home city of Yarrow and the cold, but beautiful white landscapes we had always known, we boarded a ship for Dunwall. Our parents had left us with a sizable inheritance, and we spent half of this getting to the capital city and establishing a small import shop dedicated to Tyvian furs. Once I'd helped Nina establish the business, I was free to pursue my dream. Signing on with a whaling ship was the most exciting thing I've ever done, and I saw it as a means to an end. Someday I would captain my own crew and eventually I own a fleet of similar vessels. With tears in her eyes, Nina kissed me farewell, and I did not see her again for many months. As an apprentice to the gaffer, I got to see the tracking and killing of great beasts up close. Nothing had ever fired my spirit so, as the wind and pounding waves racing after a wounded whale, being pulled by a skein of cables embedded in its thick flesh. I changed more in those first 7 months than I had in the previous 7 years. Whaling was beginning to put its mark on me so that Nina barely recognized me. Tanned and sinewy with muscle, weather creases already wrinkling the corners of my eyes. But she could see that I was filled with joy, having found my purpose. Hello, Maze Grub. I hope you're doing well. And thank you. I guess I was definitely influenced by Fred Gant. A nice trunk. Admiralty and the Fleet. While each of the isles has some form of naval fleet, none is more envied than that of Bristol, with its long, proud history of great ships and the admirals who command them. Boys come of age in the cities of Bristol, hoping to someday captain such a ship, and family dynasties are made by those captains, track down infamous pirates, or crush seditious uprisings, as during the Morley insurrection. Times of war and peace, Bristol continues to innovate at sea. Ship designs that Anton Sokolov himself now represent the highest standard in the whaling trade, allowing crews to haul their kill over the deck, begin their butchery and processing, even as the ship returns to Dunwall. The crews can be seen working on their latest whale as the ship moves slowly up the Wrenhaven River, coming to dock with the most powerful warehouse companies such as Reeves Whaling House. Suspended in the rigging overhead and backlit by the setting sun, the silhouette of one of these creatures makes a move sight as it creates final resting place, the industrial heart of the capital.
Log entry 1-4. It seems we have moved to a new phase. Martin's improvisations have borne fruit. The former bodyguard has been freed and is en route to the staging location. With Pendleton's voting block and my military connections, all we've lacked is the ability to project lethal force in a controlled manner against a previously inaccessible... to the point, we need a man who can kill the bastards for us. Corvo is more than capable of that, I have no doubt. N-Ball. Is this off? Switch.
More reading. Havelock. Log entry 1. It has been days since our men were dispatched to stash weapons for Corvo in the old sewer. They have not returned, so I can only hope that they succeeded in getting the packages delivered. Hero spent considerable time and resources making those things. I could find a way to mass produce them, the Dunwall Navy its place as the dominant force. Back to Corvo. Can he actually break out of Coldridge, and if so, will he make his way here? I personally give him odds of 1 in 5. Wow. He have little faith. I mean, I guess it's not the worst odds ever. Hub Master Room Key.
My furnishings have been installed at last with no small amount of complaining by that antiquated boatman. The others have no idea what it's like to suffer as I have. Speaking of which... Wallace! Please breathe 2 bottles of Dunwall Red, never mind which, and fetch a clean glass. Well, I'll begin again tomorrow. My furnishings have been installed at last with no small amount of complaining by that antiquated boatman. The others have no idea what it's like.
Corvo's chambers.
Do not attempt to house or care for a friend or family member who shows signs of blood on their face and chest area. The only way to help them is to bring them to the City Watch. They will be taken to the flooded district for treatment.
I'm such a vandal. It's pretty cool how you can climb up that. Even though it looks a bit weird.
Welcome to the Hound Pit Pub, sir. How may I help?
Hello, sir. I am Wallace, and this is Cecilia. We have been informed of your arrival and will do our best to stay out of your way while you conduct your business.
Yes. Lydia's a servant here as well. The Admiral served in the Navy under the Empress. But something happened with the Lord Regent that drove the Admiral out. If I understand it right. Admiral Havelock made it very clear that we aren't to carry lamps outside.
Blood from the eyes.
We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here. Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock, a true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pits pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Sorry, you must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered.
Good
but
beer
before
graphics.
You retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Yes, Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him, and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested.
Okay.
Anyone with information leading to the location or return of the daughter of our beloved late Empress is required to speak to the City Watch at once.
They don't mind that I'm picking this stuff up. Report any sickness. Locked.
Attention all citizens. Curfew extends from sundown to sunrise unless you are otherwise authorized. Violators will...
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin. No! This cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil is running. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. Oil's unstable. When it explodes, there's a terrible mess.
Yeah, no problem, John. Enjoy. Sokolov technology in the new age. It's sort of cut off a bit. Oh, there we go. That's better. One of the advantages of Sokolov's technology is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks of possessed whale oil that they use as fuel. When a tank is exhausted, another can be plugged into place with ease. The process is simple enough that any common workman or even lower guardsman of the City Watch can handle the task. It applies to the arc pylon, all of light security systems, as well as powered carriages used for transport by those few who are wealthy enough to afford them. The only obvious downside of Sokolov's design is the validity of the tanks themselves. A few incidents have occurred, resulting in damage to property or bodily harm whenever one of the tanks has exploded. Piero, no, I will not sign off on these purchases. A bag of powdered crystal, Divian ore. What's wrong with the metal crystals? Metals in crystal. King Sparrow feathers. If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the academy everything you needed was paid off by tariff and handed out willy-nilly, but this is my bar, or what's left of it, and we're operating on a budget. We're running low on oil, food, elixir, building materials and everything else, so you've got to slow down. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve your purchases unless they're absolutely required. No more copper wire or special herbs. If Need those things, go out and scavenge them. Half of the city's in ruin. No one is going to any of the odd crap you seem to need. Admiral Havelock. A second solution. It is through no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed a preference for Sokolov's elixir over my own formula, sold as Piero's remedy. A name I did not choose if he might approve. The public has spoken its usual message of idiocy, spending their coin is selecting Sokolov's formula over mine, which I believe to be equal if not superior. Much has been made over the popularity of these concoctions as a resisting remarkable new plague. I say remarkable because this strain works with an efficiency we have not yet seen in the history of the Empire. This plague, now making its way through the city of Dunwall, is unrivaled in its effectiveness. I have studied it within the blood of those afflicted, and it's nearly perfect, elegant in fact. And while it is true that Piero's remedy and Sokolov's elixir are known to protect the body against the plague equally, my own has properties not fully understood, which relate to the mind itself and the spirit, and it is in this way that my formula wins out. Here is where one should pay attention to this contest. For you see, Sokolov's elixir, while with its emphasis on the brute animal body, is a crass goo better suited for livestock. The subtle and secret variants and key ingredients make up Piero's remedy, ensure that it works on the higher functions that separate humankind from the mindless blue-jawed hagfish swimming in the Wrenhaven River.
That one is empty. A new tank, please.
So much reading. I don't like when games do that. I don't mind reading in games, but when they throw like 10 different logs at you at the same time, I just think that's lame. I think you should like pace it out, you know. Dead Counter responsibilities commissioned by the Lord Regent in the face of growing plague crisis. The Dead Counter is a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades. In most matters of edict or curfew enforcement, these officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any Dead Counter will have command in situations plague and handling of the dead, including those with late-stage plague symptoms called weepers in common parlance. Starting in the month of rain, interested officers may apply for the test and, if accepted, for the 2-week training tour. Pay will be administered in coin and rations of elixir at 1 and 1/2 pay grade. Sounds great. Field experiments. Of course, I have attempted to improve on Sokolov's designs. Of course, why not? After all, it is likely that his thinking was influenced in some way by our time together at the Academy. We're all a part of the community striving to unknot the mysteries of the cosmos. Even those among us who possess the greatest minds are often led to a fruitful line of consideration by, how does one say it, our intellectual subordinates. Sokolov is no exception to this. Despite the glamour of genius he has cast over the aristocracy, yeah, whatever, words are hard. And further, it is true that many of my experiments have failed. No need to gossip about it behind my back in your social clubs and in the very chambers of the Academy itself. Great ambition requires tasks you may laugh at my door to nowhere, but someday you will not. Your children will likely see it as commonly as you see the electric lamps lighting our streets at night. But a few short years ago, you would have laughed at Sokolov's arc pylon or wall of light. Your laughter, your condescending smiles, they are nothing but evidence of your own limited imagination. Autocracy, I think that's it. Will vivisection. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variance in physiology. 1 second leg of the trip, east of Tivia, the crew hauled aboard a female, some 42-inch in length. I estimate she weighed 35 tons. It wouldn't be 42, more than that. And the ship sat low, rocking side to side through the night with her thrashing by candlelight. I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellowing, I cut into the massive tentacles around her mouth. When I found row upon row of teeth, failing running across along the upper jaw through this broom-like structure. I assumed she filtered food from the water if it was too small to be chewed. Like, look at that. Whale oil processing. Out at sea, they would secure the beast with hooks, with lines cast from the main ship and several smaller boats. Boys kept the whales from diving deep. Once it's caught, a larger hook is driven through the tail, which is used to hoist the creature up through the chute. They moan and bellow for some time as the men get them onto the deck and then lift them into the scaffolding overhead. The ship adjusts its prow and returns to the port in Dunwall. The crew works on the great creature, slicing off the fattiest parts while it still lives. Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regards to supplies of whale oil. The good animal has paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work in this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. The empty tank is held near the oil tank refill pump. The magnetic attractors should take the tank and lock it in the correct configuration. Using the lever will begin the refilling process. Once refilling is completed, the tank can be removed and placed in service. Extreme caution must be used in handling tanks. Quite unstable. The system is sound and well engineered. It appears that the Greaves Oil Company has done something correctly for once. Hello, Grim. I hope you're doing well.
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high-energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time and then observe them for years if need be to see if the formulation of energetic substances develop. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities subject to the necessary legal amnesty.
Welcome back, John. You've missed absolutely nothing.
Perfect. Now plug it in. Perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face, but this mask will mean terror to them. If you just hold still, the fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Snap lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need. Tell me what I can make for you.
Let's have a look. That might be useful. But everything else I don't really want right now.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can.
Yes, you're right.
Sleep well.
Thank you. Something's not right.
Hello, Corvo.
Hi there.
Your life has taken a turn, has it not?
I don't know,
The
I think it's
Empress
going
is
okay.
dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city.
Yeah, whatever.
And you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world. Great forces that many call magic.
A nice tattoo.
Now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power. My gift to you. Come find me.
I wonder how many people actually have that tattooed on their hand. At least a few people, I'm gonna say. Blink, press, and use right click to execute a fast and stealthy forward dash through the world. Use it to move upward, but the distance is reduced. Yeah. You cannot save her, 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 not save her, you cannot save her, not save her, you cannot save her, you cannot save her, not save her, you cannot save her, you cannot save her, you cannot save her. I wonder what they're trying to do.
In the days that follow, your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands.
Very talented.
With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden. Listen to the heart now, and find another rune.
Gripping the heart in your left hand helps you locate bone charms or runes, even through walls. The heartbeat beats and lights up when you're facing a or rune, and beats faster as you get closer. Heart will whisper secrets. Okay.
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning. All of time's meaning is here. Neither seconds nor centuries. Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky.
The heart knows everything.
The one who walks here is all things. Cradle songs of comfort and bones gnawed by teeth. This is the place from which those who dabble in black arts draw their power. And this place is their doom. I can feel the great age ending. This place is the end of all things, and the beginning. All of time's here. Neither seconds, nor centuries.
Runes and acquiring powers. Once you've collected some, open the journal, go to the power section and exchange them for powers. Runes can be collected and used to acquire supernatural powers. Okay. Dark vision. Vitality. See the dark, see living things through walls. Sounds useful.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
Bone charms provide supernatural benefits. Locate them by listening for the song they emit. By default, you can activate up to 3 bone charms at once in the bone charm section of the journal. Ach, more reading for over a year now. I have lived away from the abbey without the company of my overseer brethren or the guidance of the blind sisters of the oracular order. Days have passed with me sleeping in the dens of cut purses, murderers, and worse, and the nights have seen me prowling through the worst alleys and wretched corners of Dunwall. I have taken my meals with killers. At times I have ventured beyond the city walls, meeting in forgotten graveyards and the outlying ruins frequented by those of ill means. My beard has grown long, and I wear the weathered clothing and bits of boiled leather favoured by the Bottle Street and Hatter gangs. By those rough men and women who make their trade knifing others in return for coin. My hands have run red with blood, and it's true, but I have selected my targets with care, choosing among those criminals and heretics who are not fit to live, executing them justly and using their deaths as a building my reputation. So for this trick has allowed me to make my own name among my murderous colleagues without taking the lives of the innocent. Look at how long this is. My goal is singular. I must impress the assassin named Dodd in order to get close to him. Of all the practitioners of black magic we have tracked, none concern the abbey as much as Dodd. It is said that his mother was a witch from of the archipelagos off the Pandasian coast, taken captive by pirates venturing far from the Isles. According to the legend, should it not be according to legend? No, according to the legend? I don't know. According to legend, by the time the ship returned, the captain was dead, and the witch controlled the crew, with Dodd still a shadow in her belly. The earliest stories tell of a gang killer without mercy moving among the shopkeepers and city watch officers of Dunwall like a reaper through wheat. Then a period of silence followed. Years, we now believe, he spent travelling the Isles, studying anatomy and the occult in the great halls of learning and the hidden basements frequented by fellow dabblers in the forbidden arts. God is even reported to have spent a winter in the Academy of Natural Philosophy itself. For a time, before a schism developed, he counted the Brigmore witches among his allies. All the while, he honed his craft. It is during this time that we believe he began to consort with the outsider. New reports emerged of a dusky skinned assassin paid by the elite to eliminate their rivals in Dunwall and in the other major cities across the Isles. Those who saw him and lived numbered in the handful, but all of them reported something strange. He appeared and vanished like smoke. From a nearby rooftop he gestured, and a noble woman stumbled from her balcony, falling to her doom on the cobblestones below. Most recently, as this new threat of plague has risen, and Dodd has been seen leading a gang of men with dark leather, dressed as factory whalers for masks. They seem loyal, but beyond comprehensions for one so unworthy, leading me to wonder if some of his magic is dedicated to lulling their minds, enslaving them. Only a month ago, one young girl claims to have come upon a strange scene. Carrying a bottle of milk home to her crippled mother, she was taking a shortcut through the tailor's district. In a narrow street, she passed beneath a window and heard unusual. Pushing aside the ratty curtain, the girl saw into the abandoned apartment used by miscreants for gambling and trading haberweed. An occult shrine has been erected against the far wall, which she recognized from the teachings given by her local overseer. A man she described as resembling Dodd was kneeling before the shrine, muttering to an unseen spirit, as if in argument. He took a carving made of pale bone from the altar before him, and the lights all went out in a gush of unclean. Quiet as a field mouse, she slipped away. There can be no doubt that Dodd is an agent of the outsider and must die, for there is no limit to the evil this man might do. This is my solemn oath and great purpose of my life. Till Dodd is dead, till Dodd is dead, and his corruption has been purged from the world, I will continue to move among the depraved, winding my way to him. I will not drop my guise or don my overseer's mask again until Dodd braves no more. Till Dodd is dead? What? Who wrote this? What's going on here? Here we go, it's another novel. Field survey notes the Royal Spy. This is the 4th day, month of high cold. I think I might need a fat frog after all this reading. Progress continues on the suppression of gang activity in the distillery district, but more slowly than I had expected. The ruffians operating there have become cunning, rather. I'll grant them that, but it's only a matter of time. I'll see their leaders flogged in public and sent beneath the royal executioner's blade. If I had my way, that mute bastard would be working night and day, removing heads that need removing. Internally, the Empress does not seem pleased with my investigations. It seems that it is beyond her thinking, against her very nature as a trusting person, to believe that traitors move among us, but I know they do. They must. No, Jessamine? Yeah, sure. Would rather spend her time with the Royal Protector. At least he's likely to stop any immediate threats to her safety, but a strong arm is not what's needed against those who would undermine us. How will Corvo's sword stop a poisoned wine glass or an explosive delivered by courier? It will not. There are many threats around us, threats requiring meticulous efforts to police. Young Lady Emily is undisciplined, I'm afraid. Here within Dunwall Tower, she receives instruction from the finest tutors known in the Isles, yet her mother spoils her. Spends most of her time lost in imagination, wasting her time drawing or asking Corvo to teach her to fight with sticks. The girl might rule the Empire someday. Every moment spent at play is a moment wasted. Shoring up security for the main gate leading to Dunwall Tower has been another pet project of late. To think that back in his day, Emperor Caldwin left it open to the public during the day, allowing anyone to come and go as they pleased. If it were up to me, I'd seal off access to the streets entirely, but the Empress won't. Waterlock is much protected. We're the only way into the tower. Trafficking is greatly reduced. Someday the wrong person is going to slip in and will suffer for it. Mark my words. No amount of security is excessive when it comes to protecting the heads of state. The Empress also disapproves of my plan of devices. Sokolov himself has no interest in security, of course, but he's vain, therefore keen to see his inventions deployed in any fashion. This wall of light he's been tinkering with has promised. In any case, at least I was able to Empress to upgrade the pistols carried by the officers watch. Why do I worry so when no one care? If I ever fall asleep, will it all sink into the ocean? Will the rough things clamber over the walls and fill themselves on our flesh? This is what I see in the same dream several times each month. If only if I had more say in things, more authority, I could protect us all. Perhaps I have been working hours. Dinner and an evening conversation with a certain lady of refinement might be in order. Perhaps some nice in the estate district. Hiram Burrows, Royal Spy Master. Yeah, I'm gonna be right back. Enjoy the ambience. Hello. That is the sound of a fat frog. Thank you. just you know, to wet the whistle. To keep my throat lubricated. Are you serious? Are you actually serious? Oh my goodness. Are you what? Look at this! It's like Lord of the Rings. Look at how long it is. Oh jeez. Early life and criminal record. Slackjaw. You want the chin wag on Slackjaw? What? He was like when he was young before he got his name. Oh, he's got a cool head now, but it weren't always like that in the days before he was the boss of the Bottle Street gang. The time was, young Slackjaw wasn't such a reasonable man. Like most of us, he grew up on the streets running with a pack of ragamuffins and avoiding the law, pinching whatever he needed. Dark haired and dark eyed, smoking a pipe by the age of 10. For them born into the brothels or coming from the orphanages, it was either the gangs or working with the mudlarks, and no one wants that. Some got pressed into the navy or put down in the mines run by Pendleton royal families. Hard as it was on the streets, as hungry as we all got, at least we was free. By the time we weren't little uns anymore, Slackjaw was the one to watch, usually calling the shots when we took down a farmer's cart or sidewalk. He'd come up with a plan, give everyone some sort of part to play and decide on the split. Most of us just went along because we learned fast made it out better than that. More food, more coin. Plus, none of us wanted to do a slackjaw when he was in a raid. He worked on a couple of big jobs with Black Sally across town, and that was enough to get the attention of the other bosses. He wasn't just a street kid anymore. Now he was an up and comer, which meant trouble. Another guy who fancied himself as such was Mike the Fish, who was working his way up running the protection racket among the factory women. One fine evening, we're all taken into a bawdy show in the house. Mike the Fish and his lot are there in the cheap seats too, just down the aisle from us. Mike gets a wild idea. He wasn't big on planning and throws a heavy ceramic spittoon at Slackjaw, hits him square in the face and breaks his jaw. We look to see if there was going to be a blood brawl, but Slackjaw just points at the door and we all leave, with Mike laughing at our backs. Waking up the next day, without telling us why, Slackjaw motions for us all to follow. He still can't say a word, so we just come up. We stop at the docks and Slackjaw buys, actually pays coin for it, a heavy chain covered in hooks. It's for fishing in the deep, something you'd attach to a long line off the side of the ship. It's about 4 feet, made of thick links, and there are shark hooks coming off it at different angles. Slackjaw's got that thing wrapped around his left arm, dangling at his side. Not sure how he knew where Mike the Fish was staying, but when he reached his girl's house, Slackjaw throws a bottle through the window just like that. It's almost noon, there's a bunch of screaming inside, and Mike pokes his head out, looking wide-eyed and baffled when he sees Slackjaw out in the street. A look comes over his face that still gives me the willies. Pure murder. Mike comes out at the side door bellowing like a blood ox, holding a cleaver, heading straight for Slackjaw. When they come together in the street, Slackjaw spins and the shark hooks bite deep into Mike's arm and shoulder. He screams, but Slackjaw holds onto the chain, standing there with his jaw broken, clenched tight, chain wrapped around his left arm, hooks sunk into Mike the Fish, just knifing him as fast as he could. Mike couldn't fight very well, hooked like that, and used his left hand, but he was a big guy, and a lot of stabbing before he went to his. Everyone was cheering at first, but then we all went quiet. Kept going and going until finally it was just Mike the Fish blubbering, crying like a baby, and the sounds of Slackjaw's. When it was all over, and here's the brilliant part, Slackjaw took out a note and stuck to Mike's face with a nail. It just said, "If you want a job, come to Bottles." Slackjaw didn't talk right for a couple of months, but word spread fast. By the end of the year, once we had a sizable gang going, he sent out letters to the other bosses, telling them that he was running a brand new crew over on Bottle Street. Most of them laughed or beat up the guys who'd lived with others. Green-eyed Trish even came back missing a thumb. But apparently Slackjaw was expecting that kind of reaction and had a backup plan. A week later, 4 of the bosses were dead. Seems like a series of unfortunate events, but everyone knew better. One shot dead, watch while standing, never slipping and falling into the water out cold. One of the older bosses found him dead with his belly opened wide and a Tivian pear stuffed in his mouth. Still not sure what that meant, and Sheila Barnsworth was found blubbering in a cauldron of hot wax. Slackjaw sent out another set of letters, officers to the underbossers telling them treated fair as peers. He even sent Green-Eyed Trish with one of the letters. All of the underbosses accepted. After spilling the guts of his main competitions, Slackjaw went to stabilize his business, real neat-like, falling in favors, smoothing things over, giving everyone a bit of coin or drink as a bonus, showing what he could be like as boss. So everything got quiet, which always makes the boys of the City Watch nervous, of course. Word went out among the Royal Spymaster snitches, the Royal Responsible Citizens group they called themselves, telling everyone working in a shop or sweeping off the front steps of their homes, keep watchful eyes for Slackjaw and his men, trying to suss out what they were up to and what had just happened. Slackjaw ain't stupid. Greased a few palms among the shopkeepers and the watch too, telling them that he was in town to stay and that things would be run properly from them without so much. He was finally a real boss, ready to settle into the business of moving whiskey, running the hound fights and offering up ladies and gentlemen of the night, if you take my meaning. Then the plague came. At first it seemed like a good thing. 2 people got sick and everyone wanted to buy those potions. Sokolov or Puro. Elf elixir or spiritual remedy as they call them. Blackjaw told me he saw an opportunity. He already had an old whiskey factory with a still where we could water the stuff down and sell it discounted. Doing the same with Sokolov's elixir was a smart plan. Pretty soon everybody in slums was sick and business was good, but after a while there was so many people sick that everyone got scared. Everybody started acting real nasty and it fell apart. When people can't work, they don't have the coin for elixir, watered down or pure. When the Emperor's thighs, it seemed like Dunwall would slide into the voids. Prime Master Burrows took over what started using all that Sokolov technology, watchtowers, hallboys, and the arc pylons. They put up a wall of light across Clavering Boulevard and cracked down hard. But Slackjaw surprised us again. Instead of leaving town on a boat, bound for Morley or one of the other isles, he stayed and kept it all together. We get as much elixir to fight off the plague as the City Watch with their taxes and rations, and that's what's kept us alive so far. Broly of the Bottle Street Gang. That's a lot of stuff right there. That's a real rags to riches story. Look, there's more reading to do. Oh look, it's pretty long too. Can you believe it? The Journal of Granny Rags. Of course I'll tell you, Jerry. I won't keep any secrets from you in the end. All the dreary days of my life are like the windows of a house. From the kitchen I can see out into the garden where the peas and stalks are brown and bug-eaten. You can see a little lump of dirt where something was wrapped in a basket and desk along the rows of vines. The front room looks out into the street where the neighbours are setting fire to their homes, barricading themselves inside. Warm and snug, dearie. Don't forget the bedroom either. It sees into a dreary alley where the hooligans are playing a game. And first you are heading in with sticks and the girl with them is kicking at his dry old. Oh, to have those bones, boil them in the pot. No one lives in my house anymore, dearie. No one you'd want to be. When I lived there with my husband, we were fine people. Vera Moray, everyone would say your house is grand as Boyle Manor, better even. Your dinners are lavish and your parties are the best. When that young Sokolov came to paint my portrait, I was nearly still in my prime. Radiant, he said, and he was just barely a man, so young, painting all the best people across the land. Everyone wanted a portrait by his hands, all my friends. I was the only one, dearie, wet with his paint glistening on the canvas for a pretty coin. But it wasn't all parties and paintings. My husband and I weren't always at home now. We travelled together, he and I, to the far ends of the Isles, beyond even, all the way to the red cliffs of Pandyssia, dig in the rock and crawl through the caves, holding up candles and squinting at the walls. Many precious things we found, but none so precious as the boy with the black eyes, dearie. All those marks and bones carved so deep and polished so bright. I brought the old bones, hid them from my dear husband, and I learned to boil them and carve them myself. We had such good presents, dearie. The little mute boy took them home. He loved them so. All the time he came back with new bones for me, holding them up. I could see it in his eyes, even though his tongue was still. Granny, his eyes would say to me, carve these bones for me. Make me another present. And he went so far, all the way to Dollar. Royal headsman himself now. My little mute boy in his shiny sword. Better bones were what I needed, you see. Better bones to carve and polish, scrape and gleam. My dear old husband was tired. I made him soup when he was sick. Better bones was all. My little meat boy carved in black eyes. After my husband was gone, giving away his party gifts, I didn't want to live there anymore. So now I'm old. Don't have money to give my presents to. It's sifting through the garbage for granny rags and feeding the parties that gather at my feet. No one wants to have tea, Jerry, especially those rude louts on Bottle Street. Blackjaw and his boy yelling with just trying to make her way. In the end, we'll be together with him, you and me in the dreary night with stars above and below, and always the black eyes, dear. Ah. I've forgotten what it's like to actually play the game. It's been so long.
Should I clear space for Samuel then?
If you like, but he won't use it.
Why?
He can't
Somewhere in the basements below, Hound kills
says he was
Hound,
in the Navy too
and
long.
money changes
Believe it?
hands. Oh.
That pile of wood out there? It's a hovel he built from an old rowboat. Where does Admiral Havelock find these people, I wonder? I had a sailor for a boyfriend once. He thought he'd strike gold digging in the Pandician cliffs. They found his ship drifting empty.
Good day.
Work is never done for the lowly servant. Her servant wages will not be enough to fix her father's debts. Such laughter, and they're singing the old songs, linking arms. But that was from a happier time. She hides her hands. They are raw and scarred from the washing.
Lydia and I trade chores sometimes, and I'm starting to think I never come out ahead. She's a smart one.
I've read those already. Thankfully.
The common woman, she fears the eye and the plague. Deals are made here, sometimes under the influence of wine, and sometimes the influence is the point of a knife. Before the sun rises, they toss any casualties into the river, men or hound. They all go in.
My eyes.
They top off the wine with river water, but eventually someone swoons. Then
The powers you obtain from rooms can be used creatively to defeat enemies or move through the environment. Blink from roof to roof, possess rats and fish, or slow down time before rushing your enemies.
bottles are fetched from cellars.
Well, it's because you're an absolute legend, Landlord John. I think it's pretty obvious, really. Everyone's waiting for the Landlord John stream, I guess.
Their fate rests on your effort, on the strength of your hands, and of your heart. Admiral Havelock has seen more corpses than all the rest put together.
Well, let's get down to it. First off, I know that assassination is dark business, but sometimes good men have to do bad things to make the world right.
True.
Our purpose is clear. We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Kaldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight, High Overseer Campbell dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers, an army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary. Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location. Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive. That's the gist of it. Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you. Another thing. Campbell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin.
Hero can craft and upgrade gear with the money you collect. Collect the blueprints. How you doing? Unlock new upgrades.
Oh, Corvo?
leave a moment. Corvo. Hello. I'm Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer. That wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me, but my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison, and I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession. Before you became an assassin.
I guess. I don't know.
Just wondering, sir, if you thought about perhaps seeing Piero before venturing into the Overseer's nest. I'd recommend going with the best gear you can get together.
What can I do for you?
You just straight up buy a rune. I bought some stuff, okay?
Part of the soul live in the heart? If the heart keeps beating, does that mean that the spirit is never released into oblivion? I can keep a heart beating forever with electricity, but what does that mean for any essence trapped within? It'd be easier if I created these processes in waking hours. I am uneasy pursuing avenues that emanate from my dreaming mind.
I've read that. Thank goodness for that.
Soul live in the heart.
Ready to go? Just give the signal. It'll be a rough trip. Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy. Half the city's dead of the plague. The other half's fighting over what's left. City Watch still holds the bigger streets, and they've set up those wall of light checkpoints. A man walks through one of those, and he ends up burned to a crisp. Everything not controlled by the City Watch is gang territory. Then there are the real odd birds living on the fringes, like that Granny Rags. They say she's nuts. I don't know which is worse. Just take your pick.
City Watch holds Clavering Boulevard, be first wall of light, the Ball Street gang controls the side streets around Clavering Boulevard. Granny Rags lives at an apartment at the far end of Forest Street.
Let's go. It's nearly midnight. But easy, damn it. Keep 'em.
Of course, there are more notes. Dearest Gwen, City is going to burn. I've sold everything, so there's nothing for me here now except you. I'll wait for you where Clavering Boulevard crumbles in where we used to meet. We'll take the money I've made and bribe our way onto a passing whale ship. I won't leave without you, and if you won't come, I'd rather be rat food. Of Arthur.
Canal's got enough shit in it as it is.
Okay, interesting.
Hey!
What is it?
I think that last one was moving.
What?
Yeah, the little one.
Not possible. I inspected them myself. Keep working.
Moving no more.
What will I do now?
Good. Keep them coming.
Oh, nasty rat. Get away.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. John Clavering Boulevard has been designated a restricted travel area.
It probably didn't even need to do that, but I did it anyway.
Or imprisonment at the discretion of the City Watch.
Huh? Maybe wind or something.
It must be the wind. It's always the wind.
Good. Keep them coming.
I hope they're still alive after that.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. This is a special announcement from our Honorable Lord Regent.
This is the Lord Regent speaking. It is with regret that I announce that my term as Lord Regent has been extended through the month of harvest and potentially beyond.
Can't take chances. They even look a little green around the gills.
The overseers of the Abbey of the Everyman remain in service to the state and are empowered to enforce order whenever and wherever.
This is what it looks like if you kill someone.
Thank you to Overseer Campbell for the generous loan of their services.
Alright, let's reload. That's not how I do things.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. This is a
See, there's a
special
bone charm over
announcement
there,
from our Honorable Lord Regent.
which is going to be quite hard to get, I reckon.
Lord Regent speaking. It is with regret that I announce that my term as Lord Regent has been extended through the month of harvest and potentially beyond. In addition, in this continuing crisis, the overseers of the Abbey of the Everyman remain in service to the state and are empowered to enforce order whenever and wherever necessary. We owe our thanks to High Overseer Campbell for the generous loan of their services.
Disable security devices or make them work in your favor by using a rewire tool on the circuitry panel for the security device you want to hack. Okay. Sergeant Hayburn, all the Wall of Light components to your station are expected to be found before midnight. You've also been provided with several spare whale oil tanks should the need arise. Last, it's come to my attention that various watchmen can the adolescent practice known as rat burning. Remember, whale oil is not cheap. Please keep your men under control. Captain Kernow. A spring razor trap can be attached to any surface by aiming at it and pressing right. But it will be triggered as an enemy approaches, throwing up a cloud of shrapnel. Sounds a bit nasty, doesn't it? But like, do you care? No?
I think my wife and I will be able to ride this thing out. The plague has to pass eventually.
I don't know what that noise.
Half the block dead from the plague.
Better them than us. At least some of them had money. Nice. 1, 2, 3, heave!
I have an idea.
They are burning the whales.
Good. Keep them coming.
More reading, of course. Oh, it's just a song. Yeah, whatever. Gwen? Darren and Gwen? Is that the same Gwen that's supposed to be with Arthur?
The doom of Pandysia has come to the city.
Whoops. I tried to hit the water, I swear. Well, that's the first time I've died. That was good.
The doom of Pandysia has come to the city.
Let's do that instead.
Yes, I told you the knife.
It's a bit dark, isn't it?
Granny, granny, granny.
I might put it up a bit. I don't. There we go.
With me instead, granny, granny.
That might be a little bit more watchable.
Because you're dead. I told you the knives go on the left. They've always gone on the left. You never listen. Dear? Is that you, my dear husband? My eyes aren't what they used to be. Have you seen my little birdies? The dear things must be starving without their granny. Here, birdies. Here. Oh, my. I think I have gentlemen callers again, but not the way I used to, not the nice ones. I hear them, and they're not very polite ones either. Granny Rags, let us in. Ah, well, they'll go away again if they know what's good for them. But what a bother. Here's the key to the front door, love. You'll see to those ruffians, won't you?
Hello, Fred Starr. I hope you're doing well. Nice to see you.
Granny, come out with me instead. Granny, you can't because you're dead.
Let us in, Granny.
I bet you can't even hear us. She's blind, not deaf. We're here to do your washing.
Yeah, it's alright. I feel like the game still hasn't really started yet. I didn't. There's in the first level, or like the first chapter or whatever. Apparently, a body was detected, but I don't know how or where, and I'm absolutely furious about it.
I told you the knives go on the left. They've always gone on the left. You never listen.
Hello, Dark132. Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Be careful, Corvo. They call her Granny Rags. You wouldn't recognize her real name, or even the name of her family, but an emperor begged for her hand once, and rich young men fought each other for her favor. I watched her consider them all, measure their worth, and find them wanting. Then, she made a different choice. You're on your way to face the High Overseer, the leader of a great cult dedicated to loathing me. What will you do, I wonder?
How are you supposed to scroll down on this shit? Is this another problem? That you can't... How am I supposed to... When you use the mouse wheel, it doesn't go down. How are you supposed to scroll that down while having it looking at the thing? No. But you can tell this is totally a console game. You can tell. Yeah, because it's a bit crap. Because I am not even joking, I don't know how to scroll that down. I don't know. I'm trying the arrow keys, that doesn't work. Page up, page down, no. Crap. Crap. And do you know what else is crap? If you go into the options here, look at the controls. All this crap here where one button does multiple actions. It's very, you can tell it's very much like console focused development. I'm just gonna hold on to my runes in the meantime. I'll not spend it. I was actually shocked how
Granny, come out with me instead. Granny.
I'm shocked how like lacking the settings are as well. It's like for like video stuff. Like it's not much.
Open the damn door. Open up.
No, I tried those dark one, it didn't work.
Let us in.
I'm sure Bing has the answer to it.
Open up. Rinse do, Granny. What? Come on, let's get this.
How did you hear that?
I'll sick you.
Dear?
Num 8 and Num 2, baby.
Be careful, Corvo. You're on your way to face the...
Let's see. Believe it or not, that opens the tutorial for some reason. Num 2, that is. Got to be a way. Bum 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 ba da da bum bum. W, A, S, and D actually cycle through the menus as well. The thing on the right where it says level 2, I can't read it. Represent it doesn't, I can't read the whole thing. It's actually crap. That's so rubbish.
If I was a birdie, I'd want to eat that. Yes, I would indeed.
Let us in, Granny. I bet she can't even hear us. She's blind, not deaf. We're here to do your washing. She's not stupid either. Have it your way. Huh? Come on!
I don't understand how you can the first guy, it works fine, but the second guy doesn't work. Let's see. But if I use my cursor, it changes the thing. Oh, so you have to, right, you have to be tactical. If you want to move it with your cursor, you have to make sure you don't select anything along the way. You have to move your cursor to the left, go around, down to the bottom, then click. We've solved it, guys. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. I'm shocked at how stupid that is. I'll hold on to it though. Still,
Let us in, Granny. I bet she can't even hear us. She's blind, not deaf. I know you're.
I wasn't sneaking.
Come on. Let us in, Granny. I bet she can't even hear us. She's blind, not deaf. We're here to do your washing. She's not stupid either. Have it your way. We're here to take. We're wasting our time. How much could she have? She digs in trash for a living. Let's get a drink. I'm dry as an overseer's prick. She's been digging for 80 years. Must have found something. Hear that, Granny? Whatever you got, Slackjaw gets a cut. Nothing personal. Just Bottle Street rules. Open up!
Wow, Illuminati, you're an absolute god. It's an achievement in my heart, anyway.
Wake up, damn it. I know you're here.
No. Doesn't work.
Let us in, Granny. I bet she can't even hear.
Illuminati probably got it for free. So I don't think that would be worth refunding.
Do your washing. She's not stupid either. Have it your way. We're here to take your money, Granny. We're wasting our time. How much could she have? She digs in trash for a living. Let's get a drink. I'm dry as an overseer's prick. She's been digging for 80 years. Who do we have here?
Feels a bit cheating, the seeing through walls thing, doesn't it?
Where'd you run off to? I know you're here. It's just a matter of time, buddy. Okay, keep banging around. Crazy! Come on, let's get this. Don't let him get past. Knock this guy out!
Illuminati's going for world record.
Let us in, Granny. I bet she can't even hear us. Blind. Not person. Witchcraft. Somebody. Let us in, Granny. I bet she can't even hear us. She's blind. Not deaf. We're here to do your washing. She's not stupid either. Have it your way. We're here to take your money, Granny. We're wasting our time. How much could she have? She digs in trash for a living. Let's get a drink. I'm dry as an overseer's prick. She's been digging for 80 years. Must have found something. Hear that, Granny? Whatever you got, Slackjaw gets a cut. Nothing personal. Just
Oh, maybe Grim, yeah.
let us in. Open up.
They don't even care. They don't even care.
What was that?
So they hear you running, but they don't care about a bottle being smashed. Okay. So.
Let us in, Granny. I bet she can't even hear us. She's blind, not deaf. We're here to do your washing. She's not stupid either. We're here to take your money, Granny. We're wasting our time. How much could she have? She digs in trash for a living. Let's get it. I'm dry as an overseer's brick. She's been digging for 80 years. Must have found something. Hear that, Granny? Whatever you got, Slackjaw gets.
What are you doing?
Nothing personal. Just Bottle Street rules.
Well, why is he acting that way? I have an idea. It might suck though.
Let us in.
No problem, Grim and Joe.
Best move by. All the others down to the city.
What? Open the damn door.
They say there's someone on the docks near Redshore who's still paying for it.
What the? Open the damn door.
That probably counts as a body find though, doesn't it?
Wife left him for the captain of the watch.
Hopefully she doesn't mind that I've put them in her house.
Oh, my dear. I knew you'd help me with those ill-mannered boys. My brave man. Listen, Granny has a birthday present for you. I got it from the outsider, and now I'm giving it to you. Go on. It's upstairs. On the vanity. I think you'll cut a nice figure with it. Remember how we used to dance? Our parties were even grander than those at the Boyle Manor. Everyone wanted to come.
The river rushed in the barrier broke. The whole district went dark.
I hope you like the little gift I got for you. It's the least I could do for turning those louts away. I can't bear these Bottle Street children. Ruffians, every last one of them. Rotten apples. And that Slackjaw is the worst lot. You know what I just thought of? You could do something else for me. Another little favor. And I'd give you another present. Another lovely rune carved from the bones of a dead whale. Do you remember my doctor, dear? Dr. Galvani? Now there was a clever man. He's got all sorts of nasty rat guts and disease in his laboratory.
Ooh, lovely.
Wouldn't it be a shame if some of that mess found its way into the Bottle Street Gang's elixir still? That'd teach him. See to it, dear. I'll find you another present just like the first. Galvani lives on Clavering Boulevard, or at least he used to. Those were the days. Now run off. My baby birdies are hungry. So precious.
Cuckoo.
But they're shy. You'll have to go, or they won't come.
Know what I saw last night? So terrible. Please, don't bother me.
I don't know. Cuck? Oh. Timeless nursery rhymes. Yeah, I'm not gonna read all that. I've read this before. This is in the back in the pub. I'm pretty sure. Yep. I've read that before. The amount of reading in this game is an absolute joke. Such a piss take. Mother's Journal, 8th entry. It's the 4th day of the month of rain. Morris is sick and so are the children. I've avoided it thus far, which is good fortune since it has fallen on me to care for them. 9th entry. City watch comes and goes, knocking on, asking for signs of plague. Even our neighbours cannot be trusted. Earlier it was difficult to keep the children quiet. Now they sleep most of the time. 10th entry. The flies have set in. I try to keep them away, but I can barely get close. They sting so. Most of the time, Morris won't answer me when I try to talk to him from across the room. 11th entry. Morris is gone, and I don't know what I'll do. For now, all my hope is reserved for the children. Leaving the flat for a while near dawn, I found some plague bags from a guard booth while no one was around. It took a while, but I got Morris into one of the bags. Lisa's face is covered. 12th entry. Young Robert has passed. The star of my sky is gone. Page missing. 17th entry. Elise stopped breathing in the middle of the night. She was such a strong girl. I hardly believe she was overcome. I'm absolutely knackered, Fred, from the amount of reading. That's what it is. The amount of reading is so ridiculous in this game. I just can't. It's hard for me to muster up the enthusiasm for it. She was always near as I cut up hagfish or vegetables, arguing with me about everything. 18th entry. It is the 4th day of the month of wind. It is settled in that they are lost to me, all of them. I cannot bring myself to call the dead counter. 19th entry. I have the fever now. No guards come near anymore. It's not even interesting, any of it so far. It's boring as hell. I can see why I'd stopped playing this game back in the day. Okay, got plenty of those still. That's fine. I need to go back over there.
Seen anything scary? I don't need shit for...
Oh. That was good. I don't even know when the last save was. Okay.
They're shy. You'll have to go or they won't come.
Just checking I grabbed that. Well, I missed that the last time. I think.
You don't want to talk to us like that. Fact is, Bottle Street is here to take its cut. So reach into your pockets and let's get this done. Yeah, and the inspection fee. We can't help it. Just the way we do things on Bottle Street.
No, it's okay. Just leave it. I'll probably figure it out at some point.
Let me out. Let's get this.
I didn't know if they were going to care or not. I'm not annoyed at them caring. I think it's probably good that they care about that.
But they're shy. You'll have to go or they won't come.
No problem, miss. Thank you very much for being here as always, and I hope to see you again soon.
Fact is, Bottle Street is here to take its cut. So reach into your pockets and let's get this done. Yeah, and the inspection fee. We can't help it. Just the way we do things on Bottle Street. Hey! Let me out!
Oops.
Anyone there?
A nice bug.
Let me out! Anyone there?
I owe you, brother.
I won't ask about the mask. I wouldn't want my face seen either, pulling a stunt like that. You know what? I'll return the favor. Come by Griff's shop. That's my business. Well, it was, at one time, but now I'm reduced to scavenging things from here and there as the city dies. If you need anything, I wouldn't mind trading for a little money. Maybe someday the plague will blow over and everything will go back to normal. But until then, it's scavenging for me.
Huh? Bone charms, a sailor's blessing, they say. The carving itself is a practice from a long back past from father to son, old man Salt to Greenhorn, still getting his sea legs beneath him. In the old times, men cut into the tusks of ice seals and into the arm-long fangs of bears that roam the isles north of Tithia. Once the whale trade began, the practitioners went to engraving the bones of those great beasts, rendering charms that sing in the night and grant some small boon to a man's vigor or defense against pregnancy. Just like real life. I know, it's not a great reward, is it? Really? Are you a dead counter? Brave men needed for crisis management. And this is where we were earlier.
Want to look at some of the things I found? Good prices, I swear.
He's already got stuff. Impressive. I'm just gonna get the blueprint. I'm playing this on high settings, by the way. Look at the state of the textures in this game. Like, some of them are really good. Like, that looks pretty good, but that looks shit. Some of the textures in the sewers look like something you'd seen in a Nintendo 64 game. It's really inconsistent. That's it, yeah. That's it. That's the one. The lore explanation for it. I don't know what they're freaking out about. Before Slackjaw ran the streets in the distillery district, there was no boss more ruthless, violent, or dedicated to squeezing the average citizen for coin than Black Sally. Like so many from Morley, she was pale-skinned and green-eyed, with hair as black as the void. They say that she started young, and as a girl she stunned a man with her looks, coming upon him in an alley, then smile a one-sided smile, and suddenly run him through with a knife. She'd have his money and be on her way before he breathed his final breath. As a boss, she was worse, ruling over the meanest street gang Dunwall had seen up to that time. Her operation touched everything from shipping to prostitution. She even had a racket going with the Bakers Guild, a finger in every pie indeed. One man watched Captain Jules Robin, made it his mission to stop her, and kept the case going for half a decade. Black Sally met her end when Robin had his men light smoke fires in barrels near the warehouse where she hid out during the day. As she and her gang rushed into the streets, terrified the building was burning, Captain Robin and his top officers threw nets over them and ran them all through with blade and pistol shot. So it maxes out at 10 elixirs, that's good to know. Dropping down here might have been a bad idea.
Well, is it on? What's it look like? Blow off, Haber. Go on. Toss the damn rat already. Never gets old.
Well. Bad man.
Huh?
I should use the numbers, I think. Probably better in the long run. Rather than doing this. I mean, this works quite well, but... I might change those, so that like... That's 1, that's 2, and then everything else I don't really mind. We'll put heart number 3. I mean, don't be too surprised that the notes look crap. I mean, this is the same people who did Deathloop after all, so... you know. They're known to let us down when it comes to details like that.
Get lost. Don't make me take that away from you.
Well, what a rude man. Yeah? Can you not tell? I think the two games have a lot of commonalities, is that the word? Yep. I know Deathloop's more of a shooter, but they have, like even the HUD's kind of similar, isn't it? They have like a red bar and a blue bar in the corner. I know it was a while ago when I streamed it, so I don't blame you for forgetting, but they're pretty similar, yeah. I'm still using the mouse wheel because I'm used to it. I've worked up the muscle memory already. The mirrors didn't work, yeah, I know. Oh, rats. I mean, it definitely wasn't that bad, it was just, the fact that it got a 10 out of 10 from both GameSpot and IGN is just... I don't know. Ferraris must have been given out or something. That's just crazy. Locked. It's like a 7 at best. I thought a lot of the like dialogue and stuff and that was really cringy as well. You may remember remember that. And it also had it's a cool idea, but like the whole idea where, you know, you're playing the game and then all of a sudden someone invades your game, kind of like Dark Souls or whatever. It also had that, and we tried that a few times, but it generally wasn't really that great. There was that one scenario where I set up quite an elaborate trap, and the guy who I was hunting down fell for it. That was quite fun, but yeah, the multiplayer wasn't really that great in Deathloop. It might be a bad idea going down here, but let's do it anyway. Bottle Street. Hatters fired the first shot, but Bottle Street gang fired the last.
There is a strong drink made here. I tried it once. Distilled from river crusts by the taste of it.
Word is he's like a phantom, with an army of shadows in front of him. That guy down?
Any the boss? Like Slackjaw?
Nah, this is one odd bird. Sorts with crazies, does rituals and like bone charms. Rat shit. You got lucky.
When you're this handsome, you don't need luck.
Face like a hagfish.
Pay up. Don't be sour.
Say, when's Slackjaw coming down?
Not till the next batch of elixirs done. He'll want to check on things.
Then you better get all your shit together, huh?
Everything's fine. I run the still like I run a game of Nancy.
Yeah. Not fast enough.
What was that?
Oops. They don't seem to care. Anyway. Too much. Yeah, exactly.
Not fast enough. Huh?
You probably come here later on anyway, but sure. Oh, this game's so guilty of why does it do this? It always puts multiple things to read in one room. It's never just one thing. It's like it always has to be 2 or 3. It's so annoying. Braxton, I'm coming tomorrow to check on the batch, making sure you're wearing pants this time and stick to the recipe. 1 part Sokolov's elixir, 1 part beach gum paste, 2 parts sugar water. That's it. The more of the real shit you cut in, the less there is to spread around and less coin. I make this in a charity, Slackjaw. Across the Empire, Old Dunwall whiskey is not only the finest libation of its kind, but it's also an important cultural tradition among discerning folk, sophisticated and common alike. Captains moving their ships across the great ocean always have a bottle in their quarters for occasions. Fine restaurants and bars keep it in stock, and farmers across Bristol exchange Old Dunwall whiskey when healthy children are born. Some might disagree, preferring highbrow drinks such as King Street Brandy or one of the other brands from Morley, but sales of Old Dunwall have been brisk through the early years of Empress Jessamine Caldwin's reign, a trend that is expected to continue. Aged and bottled in Dunwall's distillery district, Old Dunwall whiskey is what you want. Yeah, no, that's not a good boss to have. I have 2 distillery master keys. You know, just in case one doesn't work anymore. In case one breaks.
So he goes, not to the Abbey or the office of the High Overseer, but one of the other places, where they train the Overseers to be real religious. Crazy. He just wants to know where his brothers go. You know, Eddie, he's going to get at it when he's so.
Yeah, if you don't wear pants, then it means you don't have pockets that could be pickpocketed.
Stuff you'd expect. But it gets weird. Some kind of machine. Then a woman laughing, just laughing and laughing. Then music. Kind of blinky, plonky sound. That's it.
Correct. The rat plague. For over a year, I've studied this cursed plague, collecting and dissecting rats by the thousands, given their rapid gestation and maturation cycle. It's been possible to breed them for numerous generations. The rodents themselves seem immune to the plague, but they pass it readily between members of their own species, perhaps through mites. The blood of the rats tells its own story, allowing me to gauge the number of generations that a given group of rats have lived with the plague. As such, a nagging question remains. The rats collected in the poorest parts of town in the slums exhibit the oldest strains of the plague, while those found near the docks, where the foreign plague-bearing rats would presumably have entered our city, exhibit a younger strain of the plague. Could this mean that the rats were transported to the slums in some way that is not obvious? I will continue my research. If nothing else, I'm living proof that Sokolov's elixir and Piero's remedy are very effective for protecting against the plague if one consumes enough of the stuff. We all get a bit pissy every once in a while. It's understandable, really.
What? Must have been rats.
Yeah, the bone charm is up there. I was hoping there was going to be a gap here, but there is not.
Who's that? Come on, let's get this guy.
Oh, this was ages ago. I might have to stop playing Dishonored for tonight. I can whiz through it.
So he goes, not to the Abbey or the office of the High Overseer, but one of the other places, where they train the Overseers to be real religious.
But I will probably stop soon anyway.
Where his brother's gone. Sneaks in. You know Eddie, going in at it when he's so. I remember. Brimsley job, hidden machinery. Then a woman laughing, just laughing and laughing. Then music, kinda blinky, plonky sound. That's what spooked me.
Sure he wasn't drunk? No, he said he feels he never did find it.
Oh.
Little bastard. Rat.
Operating instructions rather. 1. Attach an empty elixir vial to the spout before you turn the thing on. Number 2. Turn the valve on. 3. Collect the full vial. 4. Repeat until empty. Do not break vials. Do not spill any elixir. No free swigs. I don't need it though, but you know, I guess that's pretty cool. Griff is on that list. Nelly and Morris. Who's Golden Cat? I wonder. Maybe that's just a location. Quite a lot of notable names on that list. We'll just do that instead.
Oh, I get it. The wife done cut them both, right?
Yeah, that's the gist.
Okay.
Oh, let me think. Okay, yeah, I got one. Ready?
I'm listening.
There once was a sailor from Morley who fancied a woman no choice.
Maybe you can't get that yet. Or maybe there's got to be a way. Excellent boning, my lad.
Anything good? Blow off, chopper.
Well, you know, I was picking up a bone, so I mean, that's not completely wrong. Hmm. B2. Wheel oil tax.
Who's that? Come on, let's get this guy! There you go. Somebody, give me a hand.
Excellent shooting, my lad. Not shooting. Excellent slashing, my lad. Not really. Absolutely horrific. What was the last save? Oh, just here.
What was that? Heard something.
Excellent getting spotted, my lad. Oh, dear. Let's put out the big guns. This is how you're supposed to play it, right?
Wonder what got this guy. I'll stick you. Let's see what's inside.
That was amazing. Well, there you go. I got a Porsche win for that. I got a Porsche win for playing like a dick. Nice apple there. Some coin. Grenade. Oh, look at that. Okay, cool. And it just leads to here anyway, so that's not too exciting. Cool, cool, cool. Let's follow the pipe and go along this way. It's a good thing they never look up. Quite convenient. Classic stealth game AI. So many bullets that I don't need. What a quick save here. I'm curious to see if there's anything interesting in this building. Yeah, and they probably don't appreciate being out in the rain as well. I should probably stop there, honestly. It's probably a good time to stop. But yeah, I think we're slowly getting out of like
Those Bottle Street boys had no idea where
the game is kind of finally not finally, but it is opening up at this stage, and it's sort of getting into the meat of things. Exactly, it really tires me out actually, reading. That is no joke. It actually is quite exhausting for me. Specifically, like the actual saying words out loud bit that goes along with it. It's all very. See this prick here? He's gonna get it.
Is anyone there?
But yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. I'll definitely play this again, hopefully tomorrow. It's definitely not a bad game. I think it will get better as it goes along. And yeah. Indeed, same to you guys. Thanks everyone for stopping by, and I'll catch you all again soon. And yeah.